Hey, it's Aaron, the metal theologian. And, yeah, it's probably going to be a short one. I'm kind of sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. But, there's something I was going to go into last time, but the video had already gotten long enough, and I kind of forgot until, like, whatever, man. Anyway, I was talking with, Mr. Sonic Mainliner, Andreas, the Greek dude living in England. And, yeah, he's a big Wire fan. And there's this offshoot band. I mean, I like Wire okay. I have this one record, which actually just happens to be right here. I have a copy of Chairs Missing. And that's a good record. I don't think it's great. When I was more into, like, punk stuff, I really like Pink Flag a lot. Now I don't really think as much of that one. I probably like Chairs Missing more, but, I'm not really a tremendous fan in any case. But, there was this offshoot band, like, this sort of side project that a couple of guys did. Maybe all of them, I don't even fucking know. But this is fantastic, and it doesn't really seem to be all that well known. It's called Dome. So I'm going to show my Dome records here real quick. If I can fucking find them. Okay, well this is the one that's playing right now. This is the fourth one. They're just called like Dome 1, Dome 2, Dome 3, and Dome 4, so that's Dome 4. Not a whole lot of information. And yeah, this shit's a lot more sort of experimental than the Wire stuff. I mean, the Wire stuff had some, you know, it's not like Wire, they were just playing it totally straight, you know? I mean, they were, they took some chances. They kind of went out on a limb and shit, you know? But, not to the same degree as Dome. So yeah, this is Dome 2. Well, that's coming through. This is all this handwritten shit on the back. I mean, obviously it's printed. It's not actually like handwritten, but yeah, distributed by Rough Trade. This is Dome 3, I believe. Yeah. I mean, that looks like the kind of record that, like, you know, I'd be like, yeah, I want to hear what's on that thing. I mean, that's fucking, this is probably my favorite cover before. And then, where's that first one? Oh, there it is. That's the first Dome. And I don't think these came out all that far apart. I mean, this one's like 1980 recorded. And this one's recorded like 80 and 81. This is the third one, so, you know. It was probably like a few sessions, and they just like made all these records coming out of it. Sort of like the Cosmic Jokers is how I imagine it, but a little more legit. You know, not like a rip-off on the part of the label. But yeah, just shit like this, man. It's a lot more sort of like messing around with sounds, and it's kind of ambient at times, but not ambient like shit ambient. It's more like ambient like some really weird sounds that, you know, I don't know, it's just fucking cool to listen to. I mean, I don't know how to talk about ambient music. I just don't, you know, but more like shit like this, you know. Fucking, there's another one I've been playing a lot, although I showed this just a video or two ago. This is Gare stuff by Soviet France, which I incorrectly called Garuda in the thing. That's like some Hindu, it's a Sanskrit word. I don't even remember what I know it, but that's the way it is. So yeah, I've been listening to that, man. Fucking a little more Sons of Arca too, but sort of geeking out over the same shit, man. Not a lot has changed. Actually, the other thing I've been kind of into, it's funny, I've been listening to this industrial music, man. And, I wasn't really into this shit much back in the day, but like, you know, there are all sorts of things that like rubbed me the wrong way at the time, like the drum machines and shit like that. I don't know, I mean, sort of the packaging of it kind of, I'm stopping short of saying the way it was pretentious, you know, sort of the pretense of it, but I think I really mean the pretense without meaning that it's pretentious per se, you know what I mean? It's like, I wasn't really into those idioms and sort of what they were up to. And I don't know, man, I just fucking like it a lot more now. It just fucking sounds really good to me, so like, this fucking Swans record that I've been playing kind of a lot. Some of this early Skinny Puppy shit, man. Fucking, it's like I did with the rap, you know. It's like I went back and went, oh, there was some shit that like my friends who were doing industrial were listening to that I didn't really dig. Because let's give that shit another chance. I mean, Einstürzen didn't know about, of course. I didn't really have any beef with these guys, though. I think I might have shown my copy of Holiday Mensch last time. Where's that fucking thing? God, I feel like I got hit by a truck, man. Yeah, this fucking record, this is great. This one. This fucking teeth are on the side. This is probably my favorite one, but you know, all this shit's weird, you know? It's like the way it sounds like you can hear them beating on shit and that. So yeah, like Ministry, man. Shit like this. And you know, it's funny, you know, I always say good things about the sort of vinyl renaissance, you know. I kind of hate saying that because I hate calling it vinyl and shit, and I hate making a big deal out of it, but I really appreciate being able to go to the store and just buy this, you know what I mean? I don't have to like hunt for it or like send away for it online. It's like, you know something, I feel like hearing some Ministry records, I can just go to the store and they'll have one there, you know. It wasn't like that in the 90s. It's like, yeah, you could find shit cheap then, man, but there's a big downside to it. It's another Swans record. Yeah, another Skinny Puppy. Yeah, this is one of those covers that was done by the same guys who did those 4AD ones. I liked all that 4AD shit for about 10 minutes back, like around 1990 or something, like This Mortal Coil and Dead Can Dance and all that shit. But I don't know, I got really sick of it really fast. I don't know, that shit's pretentious. I don't think Skinny Puppy's actually pretentious. I think there's pretense, but I wouldn't call it pretentious, you know what I mean? This Mortal Coil's fucking pretentious, man, so this is a lot better. This is actually a really heavy and fucking cool record. Yeah, I never noticed this guy right here either, that face. Like, I saw this record 100 times, you know, in the 80s and since, but I never looked at it that closely, I guess. So. What else we listen to here? I'm kind of geeking out over Muslim Gauze a little bit. Maybe I'll talk about more about them another time, but, yeah, I don't know. I guess Muslim Gauze is just like one guy. If you're not familiar. Again, just kind of like playing with sounds, you know what I mean? A lot of drums for, you know, something that's ambient, which is kind of the best of both worlds for me because I like the weird sounds and that, but I like beats and drums and shit like that too, so if you can just have like a drum beat and then you can just fucking do whatever the hell you want over it, I'm pretty much on board, you know? And that's kind of what this Muslim Gauze record sounds like. Alright, this is sort of a little public service announcement here. So this label fucking out of Greece, Repulsive Echo, just put this out on record. And I guess, strictly speaking, there's a reissue because this is like a record from the early 90s. But this actually came out late enough that it never came out on a record at the time. It was on CD and tape only. This is gutted. And, yeah, 1994. And this is fucking fantastic death metal, man. And they put a lot of love into this record. Wait till you see this vinyl, man. This is fucking unbelievable, man. You know I don't show off the vinyl unless it's fucking dope as fuck. So here we go. Look at this. Bam. Look at that shit. You get it in plain black vinyl too, right? But that's just some crazy shit, man. It's like I saw that and I was like, you know something? In spirit, I'm with Greeno and the other guys who are like, oh, I just want the black vinyl. I don't give a shit about that fucking, these games they're playing with that shit. But you know something, man? That looks fucking cool. I don't care what anyone says. And the fucking, and the record sounds good too, man. It's just like picture discs today, you know? Like you get an 80s picture disc and it's going to sound like shit, and 80s colored vinyl isn't going to be as good as black vinyl, but nowadays, man, it really doesn't make much of a difference that I can tell. I mean, yeah, picture disc still isn't going to sound as good as like a regular record, but it sounds a hell of a lot better now than it did in the fucking 80s, you know? What else do I have here? Yeah, speaking of weird sounds, man. Some other shit I haven't played in a while. Pull up this Wolf Eyes record. This is kind of new by my standards. This is like 2002 or 4 or something like that. And I kind of turned on to Wolf Eyes because like a couple of the guys are friends of a friend. You know, it's one of those kinds of deals. But they're just some good fucking shit, man. I mean, it's mostly like, you know, just sort of messing around with sounds like tape loops and a lot of that kind of shit. But I dig it, man. In fact, they're on this Hanson label. This record's on Hanson. And just about anything on Hanson I'll check out. I don't know about the Sub Pop shit. I mean, you know, I guess this was Wolf Eyes making the big time and going to Sub Pop, you know. Yeah, this actually looks like this is the classic lineup of John Olson, Nate Young, and Aaron Dillaway, too. So just about anything Dillaway touches is going to be fucking interesting, if not great. And a lot of it is great. Maybe someday I'll show off my hands and tapes. I have like a fucking 100 of them or something like that. Because like I'll just buy anything that's on that label that I come across. If it's on tape, that's a whole other story. I won't even go down that path. Yeah, see, I've been homesick, right? So I've been like doing shit like watching kung fu movies with the sound turned down and, you know, listening to records and shit and just kind of trying not to talk much. So I've been pulling shit out, man. I pulled out the fucking Von Elmo. Yeah, this is the reissue that came out probably fucking 10 years ago now or something like that. But I grabbed this even though I have a real one because it has a second LP which is all like demo shit. And yeah, I know I talk shit about bonus tracks all the time and extra records, but it's one thing if it's like fucking, you know, alternate takes of songs from the record that were from the sessions or sessions a month or two later. This is like, I mean, a lot of these fucking New York, like, underground bands, not just New York either, but like the sort of shit that was associated with the punk scene, it seems like there'll be a lot of, they would exist for a long time before they would get to record, you know what I mean? So, like, you check out shit like early demos by, like, Suicide, say, or Von Elmo, or any of the Cleveland bands, and they're really worth listening to. So this Von Elmo shit, I kind of jumped all over. And honestly, it's not great. It's not as good as the Suicide demos, but I don't know, maybe it just didn't hit me right either. I love Von Elmo. I'm not talking any shit. I mean, first of all, the group from the future is here now. Advance yourself. Second of all, look how awesome they are. And it's just fucking great, man. I mean, that's the most important thing, right? I mean, the record's just fucking fun. The songs are good. It's an unusual instrumentation. Like, not so much in the old shit, actually, what I was listening to, but in the album Future Language that actually got released. Like, instead of having the guitar double the bass, they have, like, a saxophone, a tenor sax doubling the bass, and the guitar just plays like crazy shit. God damn, let me grab my drink, man. I'm fucking dying. What else do I have here? That's all just Sons of Arca shit. Yeah, it's funny. I say I've been into industrial shit. By my standards, I totally haven't. I think I might have just shown my whole collection. I have, like, almost nothing. That's why I was never into it. I have a copy of the 10-inch version of Psalm 69 somewhere. Oh, there's this one kicking around. Fucking Skinny Puppy, Rabies. Yeah, man, back in the day, I didn't like these guys at all. I mean, I didn't hate them, I just didn't really think they were that interesting, but now they sound fucking fantastic to me. And the weird thing is how dated they kind of sound in some ways, you know, those old synths, but I don't know, man, I kind of like... It's funny because, like, there's that 80s synth sound that permeates 80s pop music. I can't fucking stand, you know what I mean? Like, the shit you hear in, like, Duran Duran songs and that sort of thing, and, like, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. But I can just handle it with the fucking Skinny Puppy. I don't know, you know? It's loaded with the synth. That's why I didn't like it back in the day, you know? It was heavy, but I just didn't want to hear all that fucking electronic shit. Now I love electronic music, and I love primitive synthesizers. I've really always liked like 70s and 60s, you know, synthesizers, but I don't know, maybe the 80s ones are just old enough now that I can hang with them, you know? What else is in here? Yeah, I might have shown this one last time, this Throbbing Gristle record. It's the second one. It's another one I went and checked out because of the industrial thing. I was actually kind of disappointed by this one because they have such a reputation, you know. I didn't think this was all that interesting a record. I mean, maybe if I'd heard it in 77 or 78 or whatever, it would have impressed me more, but I just kind of felt like this one, it didn't really have that sort of industrial feel to it as much as it was just sort of weird sounds and playing around with noise and that. And I listened to so much of that kind of shit anyway. You know, there was nothing wrong with this, but it didn't strike me as like revolutionary or like really important, you know what I mean? It was just sort of like another record that kind of sounds like this. That's kind of fun, but not really earth-shaking or anything, so I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too fucking jaded for Throbbing Gristle, but I was a little bit disappointed by that one. Well, you know what really sucks? This thing, these top pieces that hold the liquid at my local shop where I get these, oh fuck, it's all dripping all over. At my local shop where I get these, they only had ones that have a smaller capacity than the ones I used to have. They're the same size on the outside, excuse me, man, sorry. But they hold less liquid, so like I suck it down a lot faster. It really sucks when you get down to the bottom, it's like all burnt and shit if you like keep hitting it. So every once in a while, I like, won't notice, like, with my sore throat, like, take a big fucking hit, and it'll be dead, and it'll be, like, all, like, fucking burnt plastic and shit. I'll be like, ah, Jesus, what a fucking nightmare. Yeah, man, I think that's about it, really. I don't think I have much else to show. I have some Dead records here. I pulled out a Venom record over there to play. I played this, but I'm not going to hype it because I'm a little bit upset with Peter Gabriel and Real World right now. Actually, I'll even tell you why. It's because I played this in the background of a video a long time ago, and I got a retroactive, like, they put an ad on it, on the fucking video. And so you know how, like, you can sort of appeal, where basically you're just asking them nicely to take the ad off? And they fucking gave me a strike. Like, it was my first copyright strike, where they actually took down the video and I got a strike. So I sent them an email back and I was like, dude, was this really necessary? And they sort of rescinded it and sent me some sort of like pissy email back saying, well, you know, if you want to have that video up, you have to let the ad play too, you know? You know, so they get like a nickel out of it or something like that. But I was like, man, I used to really admire Real World. I mean, fucking, that they were putting shit out like Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and shit like that. And they were like, then the bad guys like this were making money off these records too. I thought they were fucking one of the greatest labels. I mean, I never had a ton of their shit, but like I used to have a bunch on CD, at least probably like 10 or something like that, and I played them a lot, man. I mean, that was a label that I really didn't just like, but I actually really admired. And so the fact that it was them that were like the real fucking dickheads, like the first people I met who were really fucking assholes. I've said shit about CD Baby and places like that, but none of them were assholes the way the Real World people were. And by the way, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan is dead. So maybe some of the other guys in the band are making some money, but Nusrat isn't, because he's fucking dead. So, yeah, they were just fucking pricks, dude. I've got nothing good to say about Real World right now. And this record's been reissued, and it's one of the greatest records ever, and I would like to plug it, but fuck it. Fucking bootleg it. Get it off, like, download it or something. Alright, man, I'm done. I'm fucking out of shit to show, and I'm out of like energy for talking. So thanks for watching. Always a pleasure. Take care.